We have somebody in what I call the failing New York Times that's talking about he's part of the resistance within the Trump administration. This is what we have to deal with. And, you know, the dishonest media.
President Trump reacting late this afternoon to this opinion piece published by the New York Times, which it says was written by a senior administration official who wrote that many senior Trump administration officials, quote, are working diligently from within to frustrate parts of his agenda and his worst inclinations. The root of the problem, the official continued, is the president's amorality. In an editor's note, the Times says it knows the author's identity but agreed not to reveal it because the person's job would be jeopardized.
If the failing New York Times has an anonymous editorial, can you believe it? Anonymous, meaning gutless.
The bombshell column in the Times comes just a day after its rival, the Washington Post, published excerpts from an upcoming book critical of the Trump administration by Post legend Bob Woodward. The author of the Times column describes meetings where the president engages in repetitive rants and occasionally made reckless decisions that have to be walked back. And the anonymous official claims there were, quote, early whispers within the cabinet of invoking the 25th Amendment, which would start a complex process for removing the president. But the senior official does praise parts of the White House agenda like deregulation, tax reform, and military enhancement. Lawmakers on Capitol Hill also reacted to the piece.
I think all these people surrounding the president who are saving this country from the president should just step up.
I mean, any of us who've worked with the White House understand that there are people who work around the president who do work to keep things moving in a direction that is good for our country.
Tonight, the president tweeted, calling on the New York Times to turn the anonymous source over to the government at once. Alice Gaynor, CBS 2 News.